Pat Bev and Kendrick Nunn on the market. My boy Will Upton, if you guys don't know, I have a daily NBA show. We just hit 1,100 subs, and we're in the first few months of doing it. Go check it out. We're live Monday through Friday. A little plug right there. But I told him, I was like, hey, Kendrick Nunn and Pat Bev looking like they might be traded. Nothing against Pat Bev, and I love Pat Bev, as you guys know. I'm a Timberwolves fan, but he's just got a good salary that matches a lot of contracts, and then Kendrick Nunn really hasn't done crap. So, Johan Buha of The Athletic put out a good little piece talking about that potentially we could see a Pat Bev Kendrick Nunn trade. $18 million you got to work there. And let's talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts down below. And let's get right into it because I think it's something definitely interesting. And let's hear it. The Lakers' updated timeline on beginning to explore trade options is December 15th. And they're weighing three different paths. Multiple team sources told The Athletic. Here's what you need to know. Path 1 is to trade Russell Westbrook, plus a pick or two, for a star or multiple player haul. Path 2 is to trade some combination of Patrick Beverley, Kendrick Nunn, and picks, either one first rounder and or multiple second round picks for role players who better address needs and upgrade the rotation. Path 3 would be two separate deals entirely, one with Westbrook plus one first round pick and another using a Bev Nunn and a pick package for others. The Lakers are still evaluating their roster as they near full health, with the team's upcoming 6-game East Coast road trip as a potential swing factor in how aggressively the front office dangles their first round picks on the trade market, according to team sources. There's no immediate plan for the 15th roster spot, as you guys know. Now it's 14 after the injury, but the Lakers can sign a free agent for the rest of the season or to a 10-day contract, or they can take back an extra player in a trade. And I think that's something that's interesting because they're 8-12 and won 6 of their last 8 games. And the Lakers have tried to determine if they prefer a smaller trade or a bigger trade, as one to address their desperate need for better perimeter shooting and or size. Now, we know that they've been a bit prude with the idea of trading the 2027 and 2029 picks. Beverley, who was traded for Taylor Horton-Tucker to the Utah Jazz, Taylor Horton-Tucker and Stanley Johnson, has only averaged 4.2 points and 3.9 rebounds and 2.7 assists this season, after having a solid season with the Minnesota Timberwolves before being traded to the Utah Jazz as part of the Rudy Gobert package. Now, Nunn is in the final year of his deal in Los Angeles, have averaged 5.8 points, 1.4 rebounds, 1.3. And the Lakers are leaning toward option number 2 or 3 at this point. Russell Westbrook seems, if they do trade Russell Westbrook, it's because they're trading Russell Westbrook in one deal and then they're trading in this, like, literally I think these deals would happen bang to bang. Like, they would have to have a Pat Bev and Kendrick Nunn deal lined up and then call and be like, hey, before this is official, let's call up, and then they would line up a Russell Westbrook deal, and then they would pull the trigger on both of them at the same time, or just incorporate them into one big, like, 3 or 4 or 5 team deal. But the Lakers are still evaluating, but I think it's more likely they just trade Pat Bev, Kendrick Nunn, and a pick, because they're still evaluating their roster as they near full health with that road trip. But Beverley is making 13 million, Kendrick Nunn 5.3, so that's 18.3, and they both underperformed so far. And the Lakers need size on the wing and probably another complimentary big next to Anthony Davis. And that makes Bev and Nunn expendable. Packaged together, they could get somebody in the price range of $20 million. So the Lakers waived Matt Ryan to have 14 roster spots. So I think that's just telling of what their hands are right now. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts as either basketball fans, Lakers fans. What do you guys think? I think it's definitely something that I don't know if I expected initially, because I honestly thought Pat Bev was going to be like really good this year for them and like make it like an impact, but I guess I'm wrong. And Yeah, so what are your guys' thoughts? Was there anything I might have gone wrong? And do you guys think this is a team that'll continue to have success if they play well? And do they need to make a trade at this point? Because I think it's just definitely interesting how it's just all played out kind of funny for them in the sense that I don't think this is at all what they had in mind when it's like we all thought they were going to get rid of Russell Westbrook. Let's be honest. Nobody here thought Russell Westbrook was going to be on this roster this far into the season. That's just a fact. And that's where I think we sit here and we're like, okay, so are they going to continue to have this success, or is this just like they need shooting? So I don't know. I think it's definitely weird, and goodbye.